Welcome to BTS Lover Channel, Army all around the world. Today we're shaken again by a piece of news that's both thrilling and full of question marks. Is it true that Lee Jusang, the loyal bodyguard who has always been at the front line protecting Jimin, is now taking on a double role as both manager and bodyguard? This rumor spread fast, sweeping through fans' timelines like a sudden storm. But is it real? Or just a wild story born out of longing for Jimin? This rumor isn't just a small buzz. It comes wrapped in mystery that forces the public to wonder, what exactly is happening behind HYBE's closed doors? Why would Lee Jusang, a man rarely seen speaking, barely ever smiling, and always working with near military discipline, suddenly be linked to such a strategic managerial position? And if the rumor is true, what made HYBE choose him? From the moment he appeared beside Jimin years ago, Lee Jusang has always shown an unshakable presence, a living shield that follows Jimin everywhere. Fans often joke that he looked like he would literally take a hit for Jimin if he had to. So when the rumor surfaced, Army froze. How could a bodyguard suddenly become a manager? Is this the highest level of trust? Or does it hint that something within HYBE's internal structure is shifting? The rumor supposedly began with a short video where Lee Jusang was seen walking unusually close to Jimin, almost as if he wasn't just guarding him, but giving directions. Fans started guessing immediately. Was it just a coincidence? Or does he actually have a new role? Some noticed changes in the way he interacted with Jimin. More intentional, more communicative, more managerial. If it's true that he has been promoted to manager, then HYBE has taken an extremely unconventional step. Managers usually spend years building experience in media relations, promotions, brand deals, and industry networks. But what about Lee Jusang? Until now, he's only been known for one thing: security. Yet maybe that's where the secret lies. Could HYBE believe that the person physically closest to Jimin is the best person to manage his schedules and protect his comfort? Or is this a reward for unwavering loyalty? Over the years, Army has seen Lee Jusang do more than protect Jimin. He seems to understand Jimin's small habits, his walking pace, how he avoids crowds, the way his eyes show worrying when fans become too loud. It's as if he reads Jimin like an open book. Some believe their professional bond has grown much deeper than a typical artist-bodyguard relationship. But is emotional closeness enough to make someone a manager? That question lingers while HYBE stays silent. No confirmation, no denial, no attempt to calm the storm. Their silence only fuels the rumor. Fans began gathering puzzle pieces, old photos, expressions, gestures, small moments that once meant nothing but now look suspicious. Everything turns into a giant theory web that won't stop expanding. Some fans speculate that Jimin himself might prefer having someone he trusts completely handle his professional matters. Isn't trust the most essential thing for a superstar? Especially someone like Jimin, who is sensitive, thoughtful, and deeply emotional. Perhaps he needs someone who understands him without many words. Could Lee Jusang be that person? But this rumor also has an emotional effect. Many Army feel both pride and fear. Pride that Jimin might finally have a more personal, safe, warm circle around him. But fear, because this double role is heavy. Can one person truly handle two massive tasks, protecting Jimin physically while also managing his career? Isn't that too risky? Too exhausting? Others wonder whether this rumor was intentionally leaked to create buzz, or was it accidentally spilled by someone inside HYBE who saw changes happening? Anything is possible, and that's what makes this rumor feel like a ticking mystery waiting to explode. One thing is certain: the name Lee Jusang is no longer just the name of a bodyguard. He has become the center of conversation. A man who was once barely visible is now the focus of worldwide attention. Fans analyze him, gather information, and rewatch videos to catch clues. In one night, he transformed from a shadow to one of the most talked about figures. But amidst all this noise, Jimin remains the key. Everyone is asking the same thing. What does Jimin think about Lee Jusang possibly becoming his manager? Does he support it? Is he surprised by it? Does he feel comfortable? Or does he prefer change? Sadly, those answers remain locked behind HYBE's walls. In the end, this rumor leaves one massive question echoing across the fandom. Is Lee Jusang truly carrying a double role to protect and guide Jimin's life? Or is this just a wild story created by fans who miss Jimin too much? And until HYBE speaks, this story won't stop. It will keep growing, keep twisting, and keep capturing the curiosity of millions of ARMY worldwide. However, the more this rumor spreads, the more it feels like something different is happening this time. Usually, issues about BTS staff or internal teams never last long, but the rumor about Lee Jusang refuses to fade. The more the public tries to move on, the more it circles back and reappears in a new form, as if there's a magnetic pull dragging everyone's attention to him, making ARMY keep asking, what is truly happening behind the scenes? Even entertainment reporters have begun discussing it, though carefully. They acknowledge that a shift in position for a senior staff member, especially someone who stays so close to a BTS member, is not a small matter. If it's true, the decision must have gone through long internal consideration. But what is the foundation of that decision? Is HYBE trying to create a more personal, more protective system for its artists? Or is this simply a temporary strategy until a new manager is hired? At this point, Lee Jusang's name doesn't only bring curiosity, it brings warmth to some fans. They remember small moments where he shielded Jimin from a chaotic crowd, held an umbrella over him in the rain, or walked half a step ahead without hesitation. Those moments make the rumor of his promotion feel emotionally believable, even if it doesn't make sense organizationally. Can love and loyalty be strong enough to shift someone's role? Meanwhile, discussions are heating up in fan communities. Some believe HYBE is preparing a new inner circle for the post-military era of BTS. Some think the rumor was leaked from an insider. Others suspect the change may have happened long ago, and only now is the public catching on. And of course, some refuse to believe any of it, convinced it's all fan-made theory spiraling out of control. But then, more small clues start appearing. A photo of Lee Jusang holding a small tablet backstage, something usually done by a manager. A moment where he's seen speaking to other staff as if giving instructions. A short video showing him standing not in the security line, but in a spot typically occupied by a manager closer to the coordination path. Are these coincidences, or signs of a new role quietly emerging? On the other hand, fans start wondering, is this something Jimin wants? We know how precious comfort and emotional security are for him. If Lee Jusang truly has become both manager and bodyguard, it would mean Jimin is surrounded by someone he fully trusts, someone who knows him not as a global superstar, but as a human being. But would this be a burden on Lee Jusang? Holding to major responsibilities at once could be overwhelming. Can he do both without affecting his health or Jimin's safety? Another professional concern arises. Can a bodyguard truly handle the complexity of a managerial role? Being a manager is not only about schedules. It requires negotiation skills, understanding of industry rhythms, brand communication, global partnerships, promotional timing, and media management. Does Hybe genuinely believe he can manage this? Or is the manager label actually referring to a narrower role, more like a personal handler who focuses on Jimin's comfort? As the rumor continues to explode, one thing becomes clear: the public is watching every detail. Every movement Lee Jusang made in the past is now viewed through a different lens. Every glance, every step, every time he touched Jimin's shoulder to signal something, everything is reinterpreted as possible evidence. It creates a domino effect. The more people talk about it, the more believable the rumor feels, even without confirmation. What makes this even more emotional is how fans view their relationship. Many don't see Lee Jusang as just staff. They see him as a small but important part of Jimin's world, the person always on the front lines, protecting him without ever seeking attention. The idea that he might now be promoted brings a certain pride, as if loyalty can truly change someone's fate, and somehow, that feels profoundly human. Yet HYBE remains silent, and that silence becomes fuel for the fire. Many hope for at least a small clarification, not to kill the excitement, but to let the public know whether this rumor is drifting toward truth, or just passing wind. But for some fans, this uncertainty is the most thrilling part. They feel like they're watching the opening scene of a bigger story, one whose end is still unknown, one that might change the dynamic around him and forever. And until that moment arrives, one thing remains certain: the name Lee Jusang won't be leaving the conversation anytime soon.